Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of the DnA podcast. I'm your host, Darius.
I'm the co-host, Andrew Matos.
And on this episode, we're not recording in the middle of the night.
Yay, finally.
So we might actually have some good opinions and conversations this time. So, but yeah, on this episode, a killer episode of Loki.
Oh, yeah.
So good.
Oh, yeah. So good.
We finally have GTA 6 news, which is pretty shocking. And we gotta talk about Spider-Man.
Yeah.
You know what though? It's not rumors. We actually have some stuff that came out. So
more leaks,
but because toys and merchandise were released.
That's right.
There's actual stuff to talk about. So not just rumors. But we'll get into it. Now, before we jump right into Loki, let me just say that I'm not a fan of COVID variants, but I am a big fan of Loki variants.
Yeah.
That mid-credit scene threw me off. Like that was
I know, dude.
Cool.
Yeah, like there was that alligator Loki for heaven's sake.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was pretty cool. But to go back to the beginning, I thought episode 3 was kind of more like storytelling, like building. There wasn't too much action.
Yeah, it was more like filler, but like more storytelling.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
It was kind of filler in the way where you're finding more out about the characters from the past, right?
Exactly.
But like this one was again balls to the walls, 100 miles an hour. Like, it was good. Like,
yeah, like I like the beginning too when it just first started off. You see, like, you know, like when every like Thor movie shows the front of Asgard.
Mm-hmm.
Now show the back of it, like, you know, where the tall the castle is in Asgard, and then like I like how Loki
Selfie.
She was like playing with the toys, and they showed the dragon and showed like there was like a wolf, whatever, and all that stuff, and then TVA came, took her away, and you know, they used that thing to wipe out like just nothing exists and everything just back to normal. And then she just
the little time bombs or whatever.
Little time bombs. Yeah. That when Sylvie put in that. You know, it's funny because I think what she did is that I don't know who she used those time bombs for, because remember in episode 3 when not episode 3, I think it was 2. Yeah, when she dropped like. She had like the timer and she just dropped all those things through the.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe she might and it caused all those branches like in the time, like the multiverse stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like we're gonna talk about the future episodes of the show, but like I think my opinion for now is like what I like too a little bit, that Loki from
our Loki.
Yes. I forgot his name, but he's falling for Sylvie, man.
Yep. And that's that is what the Nexus event was going to be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what that was, because you could see the line, the branch, I should say, coming off of the sacred timeline and like a straight line up to the red Nexus point. Like that's what was about to happen.
Yeah, like right away. And TVA came and saved them because they knew, right?
Yes. They didn't know. They didn't know what was going on. But
at first, but like they knew where they were.
They knew where they were.
Yes,
but they didn't know that they were falling for each other. They didn't actually know what the Nexus event was, or was going to be.
Yeah, it was going to be. And then like, what I liked a lot too, it showed that the girl that runs the TVA actually went up to the elevator and saw the oh my god, the timekeepers.
Yep.
Yeah, and he saw their eyes. I was like, oh shit.
But here's the thing: they're also not real.
Yeah. I was gonna get into the thing and to say it like, and then after, and I was like, oh shit. And then I like when Mobius was like saying to like Loki, it's like, what'd she tell you exactly? The other Loki, it's Sylvie. It's like saying like, oh, you're all variants, and they kidnapped the TVA, kidnapped all of you and all the timeline and just brought you here.
Yes.
And I think for that guy video that I think you sent about being them in the quantum realm, I think it's true. It
could very well be true now.
I think it is true now, because in the quantum realm, like you showed that footage from before, it's just like everything's gonna make sense now, you know. And then like the guy who runs inside the quantum realm, his name is Khan the Destroyer, I think his name is, or the Conqueror or something like that. and and then he's probably most likely the timekeeper, and then and that's why it's gonna lead up to the Ant-Man the Wasp
Quantumania, which
and
which comes out before. Or it comes out soon.
I think it comes out after
The next two movies, the Doctor
I think
Strange and Spider-Man.
Doctor Strange and Spider-Man,
Okay.
and then man, like, dude, this show is just like off the walls, like freaking awesome, bro.
It's so good.
It's so good.
It's so good. And now, like, it's hard to believe we only have 2 episodes left.
I know, yeah.
It's pretty crazy.
I know.
But, like, when it started, the show, I was like, okay, even the first episode, I'm like, okay, they're building up stuff. Like, things are starting to make sense as to, like, how the multiverse would work and whatever, right? But this episode, for me, bridged a gap between, I was like, okay, we know what's going to happen, and we don't know what's going to happen in Spider-Man, but we know it'll include, characters we used to have in the films, and the multiverse somehow, and then this show, and this episode has already bridged that gap for me in the way where I think the other Spider-Man are variants for sure.
For sure, absolutely,
for sure. Which will ruin my childhood a little bit, but it's okay. For the sake of storytelling, I guess it's all right. Yeah. But yeah, like the mid credit scene where he sees the other Loki variants and stuff. So I guess whenever they get pruned, these variants in the TVA, they end up in this place, which also means that Owen Wilson's character.
Right.
I keep saying Owen Wilson, but
his name is Mobius.
I know. But I just know him as Owen.
Wilson.
Which means that his character will also be there, so they'll get to reunite too in this wherever they were sent. This kind of
that's
limbo.
The thing too. Yeah, in like limbo area too. And now, like, I figure, like, if the TVA kept using those to other like variants across the universe or whatever the timeline too, maybe they're end up over there at the exact same location.
And here's the other thing I think between the end of this episode. That's a great point. Yes, that's exactly what I think. Yeah. First of all, sorry to backtrack. Just
a second,
okay. But moving forward, I think in the last 2 episodes, he's stuck there, right? So now something's gonna happen where Sylvie's gonna try and get as much information as she can from that the boss.
Oh, the one. Yeah, that's right.
And Loki's gonna try to find Mobius and get out of there, and I think that's what's gonna happen. He's going to do something, or they're somehow going to collaborate and let Loki out, but in the process, it's going to explode, and everyone that was stuck there is going to come out, create a multiverse of madness, and in comes the Spider-Man movie where you have all these different people.
Literally, so. And then like. And what I like too is, like, this episode got me gasped twice.
Yeah, dude.
It made me gasp twice. I opened my mouth. I'm like, "Are you freaking kidding me?"
Can I guess those? Can I guess those moments? Because
sure.
For me,
yeah.
The first one for me was Transformers are here.
My phone's just transformed.
Transformers are here. Never mind Loki. The first one I would say, because it was for me as well, was when they're fighting the guards where the timekeepers are, and I thought Loki was actually going to make a move and kiss Sylvie.
Yeah.
Sylvie, sorry. Sylvie, me saying it now. And they prune him, and I was like, whoa. Like,
yeah, that's what I said. That's what happened too. And I was like, are you kidding me?
Yeah. And then the second time, I would say, would be the mid-credit scene where it shows off the four.
Oh, sorry, three for me then. And then it was the time. It was the timekeepers when Sylvie threw the sword and chopped the head off, and they were androids.
Yes, that didn't get me as riled up because I was like, it seems way too easy for them to be there and like kill them. So I was kind of like, of course they're robots, right? Like I was a little bit. Although yeah, like it didn't. It's not like it didn't catch me off guard. I was like, oh, they're robots. Like that's.
Maybe it's Ultron.
That's a whole different.
You never know.
Bag of gummies to get into, but
I don't know.
I saw a funny theory that was like, okay, you know how there's different Lokis and like one of them's like a crocodile, so like it's kind of they could be anything. So I saw something that was like Owen Wilson Mobius. He's gonna see other versions of himself, and one of them is gonna be Lightning McQueen from Cars. It's just gonna be it's gonna be Lightning McQueen sitting there like ka-chow, and I saw that online. I thought that was really funny. They're not the same character.
Though, you're gonna see them as like Wedding Crashers or whatever.
Yeah. That would be
wow.
That would be really funny if they decided to do something like that. That I would be on board with. But Yeah, man. What a friggin' show.
Dude, it got me. This episode got me excited. I cannot wait until next, like this Wednesday coming to watch the new one.
Exactly. And without a doubt now, it was WandaVision, Loki, like coming into this episode. Still, it was WandaVision, Loki, and Falcon and Winter Soldier in terms of shows. Yeah. Now, Loki has jumped its first.
Yeah, like for me too, Loki just jumped like it's way high, dude.
Also, the soundtrack is like...
Yeah, the tone of the music, of the action, everything going on.
Yeah,
it's freaking good. And we forgot to mention too, like that woman that got
what's her name? C-15 or something?
Yeah, C-15. Yeah, and when she was like, "What the hell did you do to me?" Mm-hmm. And she brought Sylvie back to the when it happened in that the grocery store when I think it was the hurricane happened. The hurricane was happening. Yep. Yeah. And it's like, okay, it's like, whatever you did, I want to like know what you did to me. Can you do it again? She touched her, and she remember everything. It was like I was happy, I had a family and everything.
Yep. And she was sorry to cut you off. But she was telling her as well that she can't make up memories. These are all from your actual memories.
Yeah, actual memories. Yeah.
Yeah. So she was saying that your mind's been wiped. You know, they stole you from your families. You're all variants. Blah blah blah. So, everything's gonna start crumbling.
Yeah, it's gonna make sense, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah, it's awesome, and I really want to, because now we know like the TVA is gonna crumble, so shit's gonna get serious. But I'm more intrigued about where Loki is now. I want to learn more about that. I'm interested in that.
Yeah, me too. So, for sure, in the next episode is gonna show like where he is.
I actually don't think so. I think the next episode is gonna focus on Sylvie and the whole TVA thing, and then I think the last episode will be where Loki is and how that connects the multiverse.
Probably.
So I think maybe. I just have a hunch that that's the way they're gonna do it, but because it leaves you wanting more, right? Like I'm more intrigued about, because I already know the TVA now is gonna collapse, right? It's only a matter of time because they're all going to find out their variants and turn on them. So I'm more intrigued about where Loki is and how that affects the rest of the movies coming out.
Imagine him going back where he was previously in the Avengers, and he goes to Asgard, and it actually saves his mother.
That would be, because like anything's possible now because the TVA won't show up, and you know, like I don't know, man. Like
but I think for me, my opinion, I think he's gonna just let it be because. That's how you.
I think he knows now that. I think he will leave it be because he knows that's his destiny, I guess. But yeah, it's I don't know. But on the other hand, he knows he can do whatever he wants now because it'll just create different branches and shit, and it doesn't matter anymore because the TVA is gonna. Yeah, man, I don't know. It's gonna be.
And I like too when the other Asgardian when he was in that time loop when he cut the girl's hair. I forgot her name.
Oh, I forget her name, but yes, continue.
Yeah, the actress name is, I think her name is Jamie Alexandra, something like that.
And he was in a loop.
And then, a loop, yes. And I'm glad that she actually came back for that part. And, like, I got 6 lines to say, okay, let's do this.
Yeah.
You know, quick paycheck and that's it. But, like, I'm glad that she came and, like, did that part for the...
No, that was... Right? Yeah, and, I mean... It's a comedic relief scene. Like, it's just to get laughs, basically.
Yeah, just need the balls and punch in the face, and that's it.
But I think it was an important scene, too. Like, he grows a little bit as a character there. And and Mobius finally comes back and realizes that he was telling the truth. So, very, very interesting. No idea where this shit's going to go.
With his jet skis, with just this. Jet skis, you know what I mean?
Yeah. But yeah, man, what a freaking show. Awesome.
Yeah, so good.
So let's talk a little bit. We'll bounce out of the MCU quick, but we're going to come back to it. But I want to get into GTA because there was a bit of an announcement, or I should say a rumor, that GTA 6 is going to come out in 2025, which is a little bit longer than we thought. So
yeah, I think, well, first... I think this one, if they do come out that time, it's going to be out of this world, man.
It's going to be the greatest game
like ever. You know? Like you have these powerful consoles that can do anything now. Yep. You know? And you put fast load times in the SSD hard drives. You improve major graphics for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
And then like the people, like more interactions. I think they're taking a long time because you're just getting like people to do voiceovers of the pedestrians in the game, and just like like the sound effects how they get hit by the cars and get shot, and it's GTA,
It's GTA,
Yeah.
and if it's that much bigger, it's going to require way more work, right? So it's
Yeah.
understandable. The thing is, like, it's going to be massive because there's so much now up in the air. Like the last few GTA games, the gaps were like 4 and 5 years between releases, right? This one will be 12 years. 12 years.
12 years.
They would
just
have,
like
yeah.
just like that game Starlight coming out for the Xbox console.
Yes, that's right. It took how many years? Like
15,
10 years?
15 years.
It's insane. Like,
it's crazy.
It's great. Like, and then when this game finally comes out, to look back and be like 2013 was 12 years ago, it's going to be a little weird.
I know.
It's going to be a little weird. But yeah, there's a lot like riding on it. Like they would have skipped 3 generations of consoles technically. Like I know re-releases, but in terms of new games, they would have skipped 3 generations.
They're going to re-release GTA 5 on the Xbox Series X.
That's what
Stupid
I wanted
name.
to get into. Yes.
And the PS5. Like,
yep.
And I'm gonna be stupid enough to buy it because
I know.
I fucking love GTA, man.
I know. And the thing is, like, yeah, the graphics will be improved and there will be different features and stuff for the newer consoles, but they're just enhancing them a little bit. When this new game comes out in 2025, the GTA 6, the graphics are going to be off the charts because they've had all this time to work on it, and it's going to be new technology, and it's going to be crazy. Like, I think they're going to make it in anticipation for, like, the PS6 generation. Like, I don't know if they'll call it PS6, but let's just say for, rumors' sake. Or just for example. I think they're going to make it for that generation. It'll be maybe what? So PS5 came out 2020. So the next one will come out probably 2 years after this game is, scheduled to release. But I think they'll probably optimize it and work with the developers of those consoles to kind of make sure that the game can also come out on those consoles.
Oh yeah.
So it'll probably come out on PS5 and whatever, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, but they definitely have money.
Yeah, it's fine. Like this is going to be an insane game. Like GTA 5, they've upgraded it and whatever, and now they're going to re-release it on PS5. So they upgraded it and added new things for each generation of console. But at the end of the day, it was a PS3 game, right? Like that's really weird to think about. It was a PS3 and Xbox 360 game. This is going to be, I think they're going to make it specifically for the next generation of consoles, even from now. But it's going to be crazy even on this generation because this generation of consoles can already do so much more than what GTA 5 was originally made for, right?
And freaking now, knowing me, like I'm gonna, like I said before, I'm gonna buy it. I know I am, and then just like I don't know, man. Like, and to tell you the truth, I didn't even play the story in that game yet.
I haven't either. I know the ending because of YouTube, but
see, for me, like the ending, I know like decisions you can make about the characters. I don't know too much, but like when I told myself the other day, when I fully get this game on PS5 and install it, I'm gonna play the story mode like all the way through.
Yes,
this time.
I think so as well, but it's also 5 years away. So four.
But, and even like GTA 5, I would play the
story. Yeah,
the story, like actually play this time.
Yes. I've only watched like videos on YouTube. I've never actually played the entire story myself. So, but I get the gist of it, I think. But yeah, interesting stuff, man. Like,
man,
it's coming eventually. It's gonna be,
it's coming.
What a gap!
That's I know.
That's insane. Like that's hard to think about, really. But yeah, that's GTA 6. I know it'll be in Vice City. That's the other rumor. So they're really pushing hard on that rumor now. So I think it will be in Vice City.
Oh, well, I hope so because Vice City was it's like one of my favorites.
Yeah, and they can make the map so much bigger. Like,
they
didn't have any power in when did Vice City come out? 2002.
Yeah, I didn't have that power. Now with this, they can make
the whole map. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, if they really wanted to, they could make Vice City again, but a little bit bigger, and you can like go into like more indoor like
areas. And I think they'll just make the map bigger for sure. Like you'll have your original areas, but the map will be huge. It'll be bigger.
Oh, absolutely.
It'll be good. All right, let's jump back into the MCU a little bit. Got some Spider-Man No Way Home news and some thoughts, and I want to get your thoughts. I'm not going to show anything on the screen because, to be honest, sometimes I look at Twitter and I have no idea what's real and not. So
I know.
I think this is real though, because this is a Lego drop, and it's also like the Mattel toys and Pop Heads, the vinyl figures.
Yeah.
So I think this is real, but I don't want to show things on screen just in case, because I don't want to look back and be like, that was stupid. So we can describe things to you, and if you want to find them, go online and find them, because you will if you type it in Google. Trust me, there's over 1 million posts already. So so the Lego sets were released for No Way Home, right? And it says No Way Home, but there's no other Spider-Man, and there's none of the villains that were rumored to be in this. So that to me says that they just don't want to put them yet in toys, because it would throw everything out the window, all the secrets from the movie, right? So you got Vulture and Mysterio and the Lego sets, whatever. The most interesting thing, because that dropped first before the Pop Heads and stuff, that people were clinging onto, is on the box, Spider-Man's wearing a different suit. Not only on the box, but the Lego character as well, he's wearing a new suit. So you saw the suit. I sent it to you.
Yeah.
It's kind of gold. It looks a little bit like the Iron Spider suit.
Yeah, kind
in
of.
a way, but it looks like the suit from the last movie with the black and now it has like gold accents. He has these like gauntlet things on his wrist too. I'm gonna let you go first. First thoughts. Yep.
I know it's I know from the picture of what I see it, but like in action, I know it's gonna be badass though. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. So yeah. Okay. When I first opened it up and I looked at it, I was like, thanks, I hate it. Like
my reaction, if you're watching the YouTube video, I was like, I don't know what to say about it.
Yeah, I opened it and I was like, this genuinely looks terrible. Like, at first glance, I was like, I hate it. And not everyone, sorry, but there's a lot of people like tweeting and like, oh, it looks so good, whatever. And I was like, genuinely, it looks terrible. But the more I look at it, it doesn't look as bad. And I think in battle,
I said
in the movie, yes, exactly, great point. I think it'll look better, but I'm still not entirely a huge fan of it.
Because I think what they're doing this is actually the correct way, because like you said before, we did the podcast, that it might confuse people.
That's right. Yes.
You know what I mean?
On screen, there could be too many Spider-Man. When they're moving so fast, there could be, I think they think that audiences, if you're not so, like us, we'll be able to tell the difference, but some people might not. So I think that's why they're changing the suit. Here's the thing, too. I have a challenge for Marvel. Don't change Spider-Man's suit every movie.
Yeah, I know. Like, everyone, like,
He had the Homecoming one. He had the Civil War one, which was different. Then the Homecoming one was a little bit different.
Yeah.
Then he was in Infinity War, which is the Iron suit.
Right? Yep.
He had Far From Home, different suit. Now he has this one. And there's a rumor that there's a black one with gold now, because that's in the toys as well.
It's funny. That one's in the Spider-Man game, too.
That's right. Yes. That is actually the one you have the final battle with, I think. No,
I
could be wrong.
Yeah,
with Doc Ock, right?
Doc Ock, yeah.
So it's like
spoilers.
Yes. So it's dude, the game's been out for 3 years.
You never know people that haven't played this.
That's true. But it's a different suit. And somebody brought it up on Twitter. I hadn't thought about it this way, which I should. And somebody brought it up on Twitter, and I should have got their username. If you have more suits and different colors, it sells more toys.
Yes.
So how about we just pick one suit and just sell toys? I know you want to sell a bunch of toys, but how about we just pick one suit that looks cool and stop making 5 million different suits? Because he had 2 different ones last movie too. He had 3 different ones, I think, actually. So, it's getting a little excessive.
You might have a secret bunker, just like into the Spider-Verse.
Spider-Verse, that's right.
Yeah. So maybe no, I don't know.
But with the rest of it, so each Lego piece has its own. Sorry, each suit has its own Lego piece, I should say. Each suit has a pop head, so you can buy a pop head that's like with the gold accents I said, and then there's the black suit, whatever, and then there's like actual action figures, that you can, that are like this tall or whatever, like regular action figures, and they have that whatever. They're also releasing. So Doctor Strange is in this movie because he is in the pack of toys for this movie.
Oh yeah, he's definitely in it.
Yeah. So there's a Doctor Strange toy that's a Spider-Man No Way Home. He's in the movie. So.
Oh yeah, he's in.
And
for sure.
I don't think that was a surprise anyway. So.
Yeah.
He's definitely in the movie.
And I have a pop head myself of Venom, like on top of like Spider-Man, Peter Parker.
Yes.
Like, and I should go grab it after, but I'll show it next time on the next episode podcast. But like, it's a big pop. It's like this big.
Yeah.
You know. Oh
no, I remember that one. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. And I was like, I saw it, so I'm like, I need to buy that right away.
It's a cool one.
Yeah. So apparently, for what I saw on eBay and other like places, it's
going.
It's going
I don't
up.
think it's necessarily going down anytime soon. So
yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's a good one. Yo, pop heads are crazy. Like
I know.
With price.
Just like some of them are like they can go up in price now. Like just it's a collector's item.
It's pretty insane. Like, a lot of them, especially Marvel. Like it's crazy. Like the value that they hold.
Yeah, man.
Included in the set is also an MJ figure. Sorry, the pop heads, I should say, is an MJ figure and a Ned figure. So.
Oh, pretty good.
Yeah. And I also, my prediction, I think, is like Ned's gonna die in this movie, but we'll see. Something has to happen because this Spider-Man dude, I'm telling you, he has it too easy. You watch the Tobey Maguire movies, this guy's got people dying every movie.
Yeah, like, he does. He does.
His uncle dies like. His uncle dies. His love interest is like being brought on top of bridges. His best friend hates him. Like, you know what I mean? Like that. Like you watch the old movies, and then this one doesn't give it. Nothing happens to him.
Yeah, nothing happens. Yes.
Like Tony died. Yeah, Tony died for everyone else too. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
I know.
It's not this. I don't know. Anyway.
And the next Avengers movie is going to be his daughter becoming Iron Man.
Yes, but alas.
Or Iron Woman. Sorry.
Yes, but that'll set up the Young Avengers. They're already starting that too. So.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That'll be a thing too.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I would say thumbs down to both new suits. just to regroup so far. The red one with the gold accents might grow on me, but that black one I don't get. I don't know. So maybe it'll make sense in the movie. Maybe it's just to distinguish which Spider-Man is which. Because now I'm also seeing that Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man's gonna wear his Amazing Spider-Man 1 suit.
Yeah.
Which doesn't, I don't know. I guess they're all being plucked at a different time, so it's like fine. But if you bring the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man in without him losing Gwen, like it's a different character.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
he's gonna be like more. After. Yeah, I think it's gonna be before, because if it's after, dude, like his mood's gonna change, man. Like
he's a different guy. He's a
different guy. He's gonna be more. He's gonna be depressed of what happened to Stacy Quinn and
Gwen Stacy.
Oh yeah, sorry, Gwen Stacy. Thank you, Jesus Christ. And then we'll find out and see what happens.
I guess we gotta wait for the movie, because that's the problem with this shit being released early. It's kind of like you got all these question marks, and it's like, what the hell, right?
Yeah, like I said before, like a few episodes, I just like the golden era without internet.
I know.
And you just watch the movie and you get built up more and more excitement. But now
it's a lot of this is also okay. Kevin Feige had an interview yesterday. You know who this is, right?
Oh yeah.
So I had an interview yesterday, and the lady was like asking about rumors and shit, and he like threw Alfred Molina under the bus, because Alfred Molina did. Remember we talked about it a few weeks ago? He did an interview, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm in the movie, and I come back from life from that point in Spider-Man 2, whatever." Right? So he like gave away a lot of shit, right? So Kevin Feige threw him under the bus. I think this is all Jamie Foxx's fault, 100%, because months ago, Jamie Foxx put out a Instagram post where he's like, "I'm back as Electro, and I'm gonna be in the new Spider-Man movie with a bunch of different Spider-Man and different villains and shit."
Yeah, he shouldn't have said that.
And he's like, "I'm gonna be a different color and whatever," and he deleted it after like 30 minutes. It's all Jamie Foxx's fault.
Yeah, he should have said nothing.
No, because he gave it all away in the post. That's what people don't realize. They're blaming Alfred Molina and like different like tabloids and shit for releasing shit. Jamie Foxx's fault. 100%.
Yeah, it was Jamie Foxx's fault for sure.
So, I love Jamie Foxx though. Don't get
me too. But like, he he ruined everything for everyone.
He kind of let the he let it out. I'm gonna be honest. It's like
he needs to
super high key his fault. Like
he needs to install his zipper in his mouth and just shut it.
Like he was even like, I'm a different color. So then people are like, why is he different color? Is he a different character? Is he coming from multiverse? Boom, everything starts there. So like
that's it.
Come on, Jamie. But alas, we'll move on a little bit. I told you about this last week too. WandaVision.
Yes.
The post-credit scene in the last episode has been
edited. Yep.
It has been edited, and this is a recent development. This just happened. So people are saying that it's Doctor Strange coming down the mountain now. First of all, the trees and stuff have changed. They completely altered the shot.
Yeah, they altered. They changed everything. Yeah, I saw this. Yeah, I saw this.
And it looks as if Doctor Strange is in his, like, I don't know what it's called, like, stealth mode, where he's kind of invisible, but he has like it looks like a bubble. Does that make sense?
Okay.
That's what they're saying is happening, and he's walking down the mountain now. That's what they're saying. That's what that blur is. It's a very minor change, but we know Marvel minor changes mean big things. So
because the last one. Sorry to cut you off, but
no.
And because I remember when Wanda was looking at that book, the spell book, and then she was hearing like her made up kids that she did before in that dome. She like looked quick. She was just like looking at the book, and she just took a quick glance, and that's it.
Yes, exactly. Now they added this shot in, and I think this shot might even be the beginning to the Doctor Strange 2. So it's some interesting stuff. They're always 10 steps ahead, man.
And then now they're saying, I don't know if this is true, but they're saying that they altered like some different scenes too throughout the whole season.
That I haven't noticed, but I also haven't gone back to watch. But it's definitely possible. So I'll look out for that. Maybe I'll bring it up maybe in the next episode or something, because I'll look out for that for sure.
Yeah.
The last little MCU thing we'll hit, and we'll get into some more juicy gaming stuff. So I saw Ryan Reynolds. I follow him on Twitter, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he said, or like, I saw it through the Twitter grapevine, basically, that he said, recently, like this past week, he was on YouTube and he was watching, those reaction videos from Endgame, everyone at the theater. There's like a million of them, of different theater reactions, whatever. And he said he just went down the rabbit hole one day last week and started watching different reactions and going through. And he said he started crying because he was like, it was a cinematic masterpiece. And like, we don't have those crowds right now to, experience that in movies and a movie that big. So I just thought that was funny and to bring that up. And like, sometimes I'll go back and watch the Endgame reactions and I'm like, damn, I remember how I felt in that moment too.
Yeah,
like,
me too.
Like that was a really cool experience. Like, like I'm glad it was it's not anymore, but it was the highest grossing movie for a window there before Avatar re-released. Cheaters. I'm glad so many people got to experience that, because that was like a once in a lifetime experience thing.
Yeah,
it's one of those things.
My favorite though was Infinity War when everyone was getting erased.
Yeah, that was a really good moment too.
That was a good moment. Like legit people cried in theaters.
Yeah, that got reactions out of people, but like Endgame, from like start to finish, the theater was like electric. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the atmosphere was just like Infinity War. We knew we were gonna see some shit, and there were some good reactions. People got emotional. Like, people in our theater when we went to watch it were crying. Remember? Like, you could hear them out loud, like weeping, and I'm like, oh shit. But yeah, like Endgame, like from the moment the opening credits to the end of the movie was just like crazy. It was like an electric atmosphere. Like, it was,
and I remember to this day, like when we started we watched Infinity War in the theater. So I was like, shit's about to go down. Let's do this.
Yeah, the movie started, and you're like, let's do it. And then, Thanos is at the end. He erased everyone. People are crying, and then he sits on his little throne, all quiet on his farm.
Yeah, his garden area. And he's just sitting there with a smile on his face. I'm like, you freaking bastard.
And then the titles come up, and I remember you're like, Oh my god. You're like, beautiful.
Yeah. And I even said it out loud. I was like, beautiful. I love it.
Yeah. Everyone's like, no, and we're there like I was with you. Like I was like that's a masterpiece. Like to end the movie like that. That's beautiful.
I know.
So yeah.
I love that so much because like the villain won.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah. And not too many movies end like that.
No. And when they ended like that, just like chilling and just looking at the sunrise and just smiling, I'm like, beautiful.
As if he had won. Like that was it.
Yeah.
Right? Like yeah. Like we all knew a second part was coming because they had said that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But like to end that movie there, like knowing you have to wait another year or whatever, how long it was like it's a moment. Like it was,
that was the moment.
Yeah,
right
that was a moment. But yeah, that was a good time. That was a good time.
Oh yeah.
Another thing I was realizing is Suicide Squad's like a month away already.
Yeah, I know.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
These movies are gonna start popping off.
Just like boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, man. We got Black Widow in a week, like literally a week.
Yeah, literally a week. Yeah.
And then we got Suicide Squad in a month. Like, yeah, these movies are about to pop off.
Yeah,
I still haven't seen A Quiet Place. Actually, I'll admit.
Yeah, that's actually really good.
They're really good. I know.
It's really good.
I gotta watch that, but yeah,
I haven't watched the new one that came out too. I think it's on Blu-ray now. I'm not too sure. Nobody.
Yeah, that's it. Well, it's not new. It's an older. It's not older, but like it's been out for a while.
I haven't seen that one yet.
Nobody is pretty good. Like if you're a fan of John Wick, you'll like Nobody. It's very similar, but it's different enough that it's enjoyable. That it's not too much of the same.
Well, they're making a sequel, so which is good.
Which is good, yeah. Well, it deserves a sequel. It's a good movie. Yeah. But it don't think it's anything too different from John Wick because it is similar, but it's different enough that it's a good story. I will say that. So, yes. Well, we'll move along. So Tobey Maguire is making his acting return in a movie that's not Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So he will be with Brad Pitt and Margot Robbie in a movie called Babylon.
Yes, I've seen this. Yes. That's right.
And the reason I'm bringing this up is because it's from interesting. I think it's going to be a fantastic movie. I will say. Because first of all, it's going to be a drama that's rated R, so it's going to be pretty good. And it's about when Hollywood movies moved away from silent films. When they started, it's around that era where they started, having dialogue and like making dramas and whatnot. So that's a very interesting era for me. I know it's older, but I think it'll be a very interesting movie. I think it's gonna be
very good, very good.
Yes, and like he did, Tobey Maguire obviously with Leo. They did what's it called?
Gatsby. The Great Gatsby. Yeah.
So I think it's gonna have that type of feel. I think it'll be pretty good. So,
very good. Very nice.
Yeah, I just wanted to bring that up. Now, you wanted to bring up something with Final Fantasy.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck they're thinking. So, good old Square Enix. Friggin', I don't know, they're dumbasses now. But anywho.
Is this the same company that made Marvel Avengers?
Yes, this is the one.
Okay, so.
This is the one.
This should be good.
So, there was a PS1 title that came out on the PS1 console called Final Fantasy IX.
Yes.
Okay. It wasn't my favorite. It was good.
Mm-hmm.
I played it. It was good, but it wasn't my favorite. I think 8 is still a little bit, just a tiny little bit better for me.
Bit, yes.
But 9 was decent. It was all right. But now, from what I heard, they're gonna make a TV series out of 9. Why?
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought this was a gaming.
No.
Oh yeah, this is. No. I can see how this is.
No.
I can see how this is a huge L.
Yeah. Like, it's just a waste of money. You're just losing money left, right, and center. Like, if you can't make Avengers popular, and you could release this. I don't know what you think. I don't know.
I actually did not know that they wanted to make this a TV series. This is a huge question mark to me now, actually. This is really weird.
I know.
Wow, okay. Why did they make it out of that game? Okay.
Yeah, out of all ones, make it out of that one.
9, right? Yeah, that's weird.
I know. I don't get it.
You would think maybe 7, or which is the consensus number 1 for a lot of people, right? Like.
Yeah, there's like the one that got like movies per se Oh no, I think it was just 7.
I think just 7, right?
Yeah, just 7.
But you'd
Yeah,
think you'd do like 7 or 8 instead of 9. But
yeah, no, you like.
yeah, that's a huge question mark move. I won't lie.
Yeah, man. But like now I'm kind of waiting for, like, speaking of TV show based on video game.
Yes.
They're doing. I think they're doing their production right now of The Last of Us.
Oh, they're filming already. Yeah.
Yeah, they're filming, which is good.
It's on the way.
Good.
It's on the way. Yeah. I think that's going to be a very good television show as well. It'll be really good. The casting there is top notch.
Oh yeah.
So I think that'll translate onto the storytelling.
I think hands down.
It'll be good. Yes. So Sony, keeping on gaming. Sony, well, kind of, because that was like a TV series. But anyway,
but no, it's based off
it's
a game. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
So Sony has acquired the game developer Returnal.
Yes, and it's shown on their
website,
website and / Twitter page. It said welcome to the family, and the company is called Housemarque.
I think it's pronounced Housemarque.
Housemarque. Okay.
Yes.
I was like, that's cool. I'm like, awesome. They made, like you just said, Returnal, which is good.
Yeah.
And the first game they came out with is when the Stardust HD on PS3.
Yes.
So yeah, I'm like, okay, that's cool. Cool company and stuff like that. But Sony fucked up once again.
Yes.
In a good way.
Yes.
You know why? Because on their Twitter page, on the Japanese Twitter page, and people translated it said welcome to the family, and it said Blue Point Games.
Yes, so they accidentally leaked that they're
partnering that
as well
with that, but Sony ain't fucking around now too.
They're not. Bro. This is a I would say this is their what would I call it, punch back for the Bethesda thing.
Yeah, now, sorry to cut you off again.
No.
But now there's rumors that Konami's dropping on board with Blue Point to make. Remember that good old project called what was it, Playable Teaser on PS4 when it first came out, and they canceled?
Yep.
There's rumors that it might come back as Silent Hill.
And exclusively
on PS5.
On PS5. So
on PS5.
This is their punch back. This is their This was their chess move to counter that Bethesda thing. Now, is Bethesda bigger? I would argue yes.
Oh yeah.
But this is Sony has other exclusives that, bringing something like Returnal on board as well just makes it. It's their punch back.
Like literally they just released right now, for what I know, like 5 games on PS5 that are exclusive.
Yes.
Godfall, Blue Point Remastered, Demon Souls, and then now, like I mentioned, now like Silent Hill before, and there's rumors now. I hope to God this happens. I don't know if you remember that I mentioned a few episodes way back that they might remake Metal Gear Solid.
Yes.
Yeah, it might be. It might be true, man. I don't know, but we'll see.
It could be.
If it does,
take my money, right?
Literally, yeah. And they're gonna make it rain.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, look at Demon Souls, like you mentioned, how well that.
Like how well received from a remake from the PS3 version.
Exactly. Well,
you know what I mean?
Exactly.
And like freaking, they have now Spider-Man Miles Morales.
Yep. Well, Spider-Man in general.
Yeah, just in general.
Yeah.
They purchased Insomniac Games. It's done.
Yep. Insomniac Insomniac, aside from Spider-Man, does good stuff too. So it's
I'm telling you, the Sony ain't playing around, bro.
They're not playing around. They're not. They're punching back. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I'm telling you. So, in a good way. Yeah. So 100%. They bought the 2 companies, which is awesome. So props to you, Sony.
Yes, huge. Yeah. Huge props. They knew they had to make a move, and this is a big one. It's a big one.
Yeah.
So the PSN Plus games for July.
Yeah, for July. For actually, we're recording on the Friday. It's actually this month. So starting Tuesday.
That's right. Yes.
Starting Tuesday.
It's
going to be WWE 2K Battlegrounds,
which is a very well received game. So
which is, I heard, is pretty decent, which is going to be cool. Good old Call of Duty Black Ops 4.
Yep. Which I'll get because I never had the game. So
yeah, and it's free.
It's a good lineup for me.
Yeah, it was shit.
Yeah, exactly.
And a PS5 exclusive for the people who don't have the PS5 console.
Yes.
It's called Plague Tale Innocence.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
it's a PS5 exclusive, so might as well give it a shot, right? But
yeah.
Good lineup otherwise.
Yeah, the pretty good lineup for this month coming.
Not bad. Like 2K, Battlegrounds is more like a beat 'em up. It's not like a traditional wrestling game.
It's like
an
it's like that one that came out, All Stars.
Yeah. It's the same kind of it's the same feel.
It's the same feel. Yeah.
So it's I think that's a good game to give out for because like even you don't have to be a diehard WWE fan to want to play this. Like I don't buy the wrestling games anymore, but like something like this for free, I would play this. Like,
yeah, why not?
It's fun.
It's for free. You know what I mean?
Well, yes, that, but it's also like a fun beat 'em up arcade style type game, so I can get with it. I like it.
Well, I said it's free, but it's free if you buy the PlayStation Plus subscription.
Of course, but most people have that, so it's. I mean, if you have a PS5, you have that. So.
Yeah, if you have a PS5, you just get a PlayStation Plus subscription.
Yeah, it's not exactly. So also, I'm not sure what the rules are in the States, right? I'm not sure if they've had taxes or if they just don't have taxes. No, it also depends.
They did.
Yes. They did. But it also depends where you live because some states don't have tax.
Yeah.
Like in general.
That's true.
So, or a very low percentage, I should say. So Sony has officially added taxes to the PSN store in Canada.
Yeah.
Which is bullshit.
I know.
Because why am I paying the same for a digital game as a physical copy where you're manufacturing the game case, the disc, and the manual, which is, I would understand, more expensive and you should pay tax on it. But if I'm buying it online, that's bullshit, in my opinion.
I know. But I know it is bullshit. It is.
Yeah.
Because when I bought a few things like DLCs, whatever, for like Soul Calibur, stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So I looked and I'm like, because it usually just says like the price where it was before you cut off.
Right.
Or how much was it in total. And it shows like discounted. And it showed the amount, and that's it. You paid, that's it.
Yeah.
Now it shows those three that I mentioned. It showed tax. I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
They're only doing this too because so many people have switched to buying digital.
Yeah, it's true.
That's the only reason they're doing it because they found a huge dip in people buying physical. Me included. I own one game that's physical.
Me too. One PS5. That's
one PS5 game that's digital, and I don't own any more. I think I got rid of all my PS4 physical games.
Like I have a few here. I have a few here that I need to like play still, but like
like Miles Morales, get on that.
Yeah, I know, literally. Just like like everything. I just buy digital now, man.
It's so much easier, and it's like, and the discs take up the same amount of space because they're not like, they don't act like PS3 anymore, where it's just a disc. It takes up data on the thing, so why wouldn't I just buy it digitally anyway, right? Like,
yeah, exactly. Like you literally buy the disc. You buy the game on the physical disc. You just buy a locked code.
Yeah, you're literally buying a code.
You're literally buying a code. You pay $90, close to almost $100 here in Canada. Game.
Yeah. No, it is. It's 103.
103 code, just to put it in the console and you lock it. That's it.
Yeah, it's
it's ridiculous.
Not a fan of any of this. So.
They're just like what's the point?
It's why I've stopped buying big title games.
I know.
On a grand scale, because I used to buy a few of them a year, but I'm like, dude, it's running me like $400-$500, right? Like,
I know. It's crazy. And then now, like, for me, now I just gotta wait for those games, those big titles, to just go on sale.
It's creating, like, people will always buy it, but it's creating problems here. So
I know, man.
I guess we'll see what happens, but I'm not a fan of tax on digital games.
I know.
It's kind of stupid.
Me too.
Last thing before we move on to our final segments and wrap up the show, we are nearing an hour, so we will close it out very shortly. But I wanted, when we first started this podcast, I had brought up that they were making a live action Clifford, the Big Red Dog movie.
Yeah.
Did you see?
I saw.
This movie, Andrew, looks like it's going to be so bad.
Mm-hmm.
Like, generationally bad. Like
yeah, it's gonna be like Madden 21 review rating bad.
Yes, it could touch that.
Yeah.
Like the CGI looks so bad
Yeah, I know.
that like it's going to be a meme movie. It's going to be really really bad. Like,
yeah, I know.
Unless
I
they
know.
fix it up nice. Like I thought that's what Sonic was going to turn into, but Sonic they turned it around big time.
At first,
yeah. But Sonic they turned it around, so I think there's enough time to fix up Clifford. But holy shit, it looks bad. And if you don't know what we're talking about, like Google Clifford trailer or first screenshots or whatever.
It's pretty freaking bad, man.
It looks like, just Google it. I can't even describe it. It looks like it's going to be just a silly movie.
I know.
Yes, but
just like the Smurfs.
Yeah, that's right.
You know what I mean?
That's true. Yeah. That's a great point. Oh man. But yeah, without further ado, I think it's time we move along to games you did not know were expensive as shit.
Yes, sir.
So Andrew, you got a games this week?
Yeah. I'm gonna find one. You know what? I already did that one. Okay, let's do this one. This is a nice game for you here. God damn it. Are you kidding me? Okay, here we go. I found it. Okay. So, last episode we talked about the game. It was Resident Evil 2 on Dreamcast.
Yes.
Which is my favorite game of all time, just in general. Classic. Love it. This one, I played the fuck ton on PS2.
Back in
the day.
Oh, PS2.
PS2, yeah. And it's fighting / wrestling game.
Okay.
With rappers.
Oh, I know this game. Yeah.
So this little gem is called Def Jam Fight for New York.
Yes, sir.
And this game was so good. So good.
So many people love this game.
And this game is so good.
Yeah.
So now, like, recently it popped up the price, like, a lot. Right? So when I got it back then, I paid, like, $60. And now, like, I got rid of it because I have a hard drive with the game on it.
With all the,
with the game on, which I don't really care for anymore, right? So, so if you wanted to get this game physically, right now, prices, like I said, and everything, prices
always fluctuates.
Fluctuates, yeah.
No.
So
now hold on, sorry. Before you tell this number, you sold it back in the day for $60?
No, I bought it for $60.
Oh, you bought it for $60. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how long ago was this? Just so we have a
3-4 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah. So right now, like at this moment, and price wise, loose, just a disc is $180.
Holy shit.
Yeah, just the disc.
It's gone up in the last 3-4 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's gone up pretty good. This was like, I think this got up like 2-3 years ago now. Like just boost up crazy.
This is a game a lot of people had, by the way.
Yeah, a lot of people had this too.
For it to be this expensive,
I know. I know. It's crazy shit.
That is pretty crazy.
It's crazy. And if you want to complete with the manual and everything, the case, you're looking at $250.
Wow. That is
Yeah. For a PS2 game.
For a PS2 game that a lot of people had, and it was
it's crazy. It's crazy, man. And brand new, sealed, you never opened. There's some copies of it that nobody opened yet, right? So, So this guy, brand new, it's a little bit, just boost up a little bit. It's $334.
Wow. So this one's graded.
No, this is brand new.
So this is before. Yeah, this is before graded.
Yes. Yeah.
Sorry.
So this is this game right here graded.
Yes.
Yeah. Hey, last time I checked, they got it was all right, but it boosted up pretty freaking good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this some bitch graded.
Boosted up.
Yeah. This freaking bastard graded is $4,309.
Wow.
Yeah. $4,309.77.
That is a huge.
Huge dump. Just graded.
Wow.
I know.
But I guess that makes sense because graded would be the holy. If you get a game graded like that and it's graded high, like let's say a 9.4, then it should be worth a lot.
Like just that's just the PS2 version. They have like the Xbox. The cheapest I know right now, for like price wise, is the Xbox version.
Right.
Right.
Yes.
Even the GameCube is that much.
Yeah. Wow. That's.
And you know what's funny? I had all three consoles. I had the PS. I had obviously the PS2.
Mhm.
I had the Xbox original one, and I had the GameCube.
So
I had all
three.
I had all three of them.
Mm-hmm.
All three. But I don't need no more because I have hard drives with the game on it. I don't give a shit. I can just play. It plays perfect fine, whatever.
Right.
But like, yeah, man. Like even the PSP is almost that high. Almost the Xbox prices like that high too.
That's
the PSP. The PSP.
That's
insane.
It's a different game too. The PSP like version. It's not.
It's almost. It's
almost
pretty much just. It's pretty much the same. Yeah.
But
like, dude, you know why it's that high, right?
Tell me.
Because when the music they put in the rappers, the music,
Mhm.
they're old and they want more money for copyright.
Yep.
And then they make too much copies of it too.
That's right.
For what I heard. And now like
it wasn't a grand scale game.
Yeah, it was a grand scale. That's why it was skyrocketing
through the roof. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's very expensive.
I know.
For a loose copy for 180.
Mm-hmm.
That's an expensive PS2 game, man.
I know.
That is 100%.
Yeah. I know.
That is wow.
I know.
That's that was games you did not know were expensive as shit.
Mm-hmm.
And let me tell you, I would never have thought that game was that expensive.
Yeah, honestly. And like when I saw like the prices when I went to go get like 2-3 years ago, it wasn't even that high. It was like when I bought it then it was like $60-$70.
Right.
And now that much, 200.
200.
Jesus Christ, man.
I saw recently, I don't know how far or how much it's fluctuated, but the original Spider-Man game that came out on PS2, so the movie game.
Okay.
The movie game, not the other one.
Yeah.
That one is like upwards of like $35, which is insane.
I know.
If you think about it, like that's
I know it's
for
crazy,
a game like
man.
that, like that's crazy, man.
It's crazy.
But anyway, yeah, that was games you did not know were expensive as shit. So Andrew, I think it's time we move along to our final and our favorite segment. Yep. It is now time for Darius' difficulties and Andrew's annoyances. So Andrew, as always, every week for the last 49 episodes. Would you like to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
You're gonna have a much, I think, longer one than I.
Yeah. Okay. All right. These fucking assholes on the road. So let's just say that you're in the middle of the lane and you want to make a right-hand turn to the next one on the right lane. So you're going, but your exit's coming up. Okay?
Yes.
Either you're on the highway, you're in the main intersection, or you're just going through like the side streets, just like, those side streets that has 2 lanes, or usually that's 2 lanes, and then you keep going and you want to get off the exit. Some fucking this fucking asshole.
No longer rated PG-13.
Yeah, no longer. It's just gonna be rated R for this one.
Just a segment.
Just a segment in general. This guy.
Yes.
I was putting my right signal like way back because when I go home from work, I go over a train track, right? So I'm driving, and I put the signal on like a long time ago, and I'm like, dude, let me go in. He didn't slow down. He kept going. And I was turning, like notifying him. I'm like, dude, let me go.
Yeah, that's what the signal's there for.
Yeah, it's a signal, and he kept going. I got so fucking pissed. I'm like, oh, okay, that's fine. I missed my turn. That's fine, no problem. I pulled like Fast and Furious like maneuver shit, bro. I was so pissed. I literally hit the gas like hard, and I put pedal to the metal, and I just like maneuver. I was like, zoom, like that, just passing cars. I went like, I know this is really bad, and I
don't say it.
And I was super pissed. I was going like, the speed zone was like 70 kilometers per hour here in Canada. I was doing like 90 to a buck.
I was gonna say much faster than that.
Yeah, but I got pissed and I was like, okay, I need to relax, and I calmed down and I went slowly, and I saw the next turn to go in the next street, and I took that. You know the best part though is, I saw that fucker.
Again?
I saw him. I met up with him. I remember the same vehicle too, and I honked the horn.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, speaking whatever. I'm like, why the fuck did you not let me go in that turn the right lane? I told him
because these people don't know. It happens to me all the time. These people.
They don't give a shit.
They don't even look. Like, they don't even know that you're signaling because they're so stupid. And I don't know what they're looking at.
They don't give a shit. They don't care.
Like, nobody on the road even, like, when I'm driving, I'm always looking. Like, Like,
yeah,
and if I see someone signal, whatever, I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll let you in, whatever. But, like,
I do all the time. I always look. I'm like, can I go?
Or whatever. Yeah, like,
like for me,
check, whatever.
For me, like, just happened to me just not long ago. Like, actually, yesterday.
Yeah. See.
One guy wanted to make a left turn. I slowed down. I had my windows down. I put my hand up. I'm like, go ahead. Go ahead.
But you're always aware of that. But like, there's so many dumb people driving.
They don't care.
They don't even see that you're signaling or something. I got tunnel vision or something.
I got so pissed, bro. And I'm like, why'd you go turn your license and never drive again? I told him.
Where did you get the back of a cereal box? Like,
yeah, like seriously, it really, dude, it pissed me off. Yeah. It annoyed me. The hell out of me.
It is your annoyance.
Yeah, that's just my annoyance, man. Like, people, like you said, people these days just buy a box of Lucky Charms. And just they cut out
my license.
Yeah, the license. Boom, boom, there it is.
They cut it out and it's just cardboard. My license.
Yeah, it's fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
So that's my annoyance.
That's a good one. I can relate.
Thank you.
A lot of people are very unaware on the roads. Yes.
Thank you.
I agree. Mine is very not creative because we already talked about it on this episode, but it is something that I saw this week and I was like, this will be my difficulty. It is the tax on video games, on the digital video games.
Yeah.
It's a huge turn off for me.
It's bullshit.
Yeah, it's bullshit. Like, you should not have to pay tax on something that is digital.
Yeah.
Because you're just literally buying a code. And I mean, you are with physical games too, but with physical games, they're manufacturing, like I said, the discs. They're manufacturing, the game cases, the manuals inside, the whole thing, really.
Yeah.
But with digital, you're just buying a code. Like, there's nothing there. It's just an online game. So why am I paying the same price? It should be cheaper, if anything. Like, in general, like, the actual price of it should be cheaper.
You know what really, 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 really pisses me off? Yeah, that much.
Yes.
Okay, Microsoft and Nintendo kept doing that for, like, quite some time.
Yes.
Long time.
But
fucking Nintendo never has discounts on their first-party games.
Yes.
Why?
Because people will buy it.
Yeah, that's they don't care. They just have a full price all the time.
Yep.
If Nintendo, they won't listen. They don't give a shit.
No, they don't care.
But like, if they did have the sales of their first party, like I said, for you before, if you're gonna end up getting the Switch, like Super Mario Odyssey or Mario Kart 8 Deluxe or like Smash Brothers or whatever, or Animal Crossing in your thing.
Animal Crossing as well.
Yeah. If you put those games like, I don't know, 40%, 30%.
Oh, they'll fly.
People will fucking buy. Dude, I'm not even, okay, I'm going to probably get like a sword from the Zelda universe and gem in my back for saying this, but like, I'm not like really a big fan of Zelda, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but you enjoy them.
I enjoy them, yeah, they're good games, don't get me wrong, I enjoy them. But like, when Breath of the Wild, like I said before, was on sale, I fucking bought it. You know what I mean?
Yep. It was on sale.
It was on sale. And if you keep putting shit on sale, people will fucking buy it.
100%.
You know?
So, yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. And for the longest time, too, going back to tax, too, not so much game prices, but Sony for a long time was the only company, like you mentioned, Microsoft did have tax. Nintendo did have tax on top of never having sales, and Sony never did, and now they're joining the bullshit party.
Well, they technically did. They did have tax on the PS3 time.
Yes.
Before when they got hacked.
Yes.
when they got hacked, they're like, okay, fuck it. We fucked up.
Yeah.
Everything. We're not gonna put no tax. It's just
but
it's
it's also an incentive to buy digital. Like they shouldn't have tax on that. They shouldn't.
No, they should not. No, they should. But for shits and giggles, for the fuck of it, okay. Mm-hmm. I clicked on, like, let's say we just talked about Returnal, the company that Sony bought, right? I just clicked on it, whatever. It's $89.99 here in Canada.
Yep.
I clicked it. The taxes on digital is not that bad. It's not that bad.
Okay.
It's like maybe another like $2-3 more. That's it.
That's not as bad as $13.
Yeah, like 13%. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So that's like maybe like what, 5-6%?
If that, yeah.
Yeah, around there a little bit. It's not as bad, but like, they should not have tax on the fucking digital games in general.
In general, no, there should not be. And
and
in my opinion, digital games should be cheaper in general. Forget the tax. I'm just talking about the game price should be cheaper than a physical copy. It should.
Yeah, it should.
If Call of Duty is $90 physically, not including tax, then it should be $80 digitally.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way I think it should be. That's what.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. No, that was a good one.
Thank you. Even though we talked about it earlier, but yes, that is my difficulty for the week.
Oh yeah, no, that's good. That's good.
All right, so very quickly before we wrap up this episode, I would just like to say that this is episode 49, which means very big milestone next week, episode 50. I'm not sure if I mention who's going to be on, but I will just say we're going to have a very special guest on our 50th episode. And then Andrew and I are going to take a week's break because we've been going hard with work and doing the podcast and stuff. And like, I don't know about you, Andrew, but I love doing the podcast, but it's summertime and let's take a break.
It's like to have off and be with the loved ones and just enjoy yourself.
Just we're gonna take 1 week off to just decompress. We'll come back energized. We'll have some new segments like we were talking about before we started recording today. We'll have we want to do like a spotlight on indie games. So we're gonna do that and some other segments. We'll come back with some more reaction videos too. Like we want to start doing that too. So we'll have our big milestone 50th episode. We'll go past our 1 year anniversary of having a podcast as well, and we'll be back with new segments and refreshed. So with that, thank you very much for watching and listening. You can find us on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify every Monday night at 5 p.m. All of our socials are in the description. Check out our Instagram. Andrew?
Yeah, like Darius said, take care of yourself. And please, for the love of God, when you're in the car, listen to our podcast. And please drive safe out there.